Well, I have been growing blackberries for many years. Had a blackberry U-pick business for a while, and I have decided I'm going to start growing blackberries in containers. So these are Primark Freedom blackberries, highly rated. It's a primocane variety, so it gives a spring crop or a summer crop, and also kind of an everbearing or a fall crop. And these particular plants, I'll show you the plant a little bit closer in just a minute. These came from Bob Wells Nursery in Texas, and he ships all over the country. These are some beautiful plants. Some of them are already blooming, so I will get some blackberries this year off them. And especially since they're primocane, as the year goes on, I should also get even more berries from them, because they should put up some new canes and have their primocane crop. Anyway, let me show you what I'm doing. These are huge containers. This is probably a 30-gallon container. It's a syrup tub, a cattle syrup tub. And if you don't know what that looks like, I'll show you what a syrup tub is. Basically, it's something that cattle men use, especially during the winter, to give extra protein to their cows. It's called a protein tub, actually. And it's a syrup, molasses, protein filled tub. Weighs about 200 pounds or more. And anyway, that's what these are. These are wicking tubs. Some people call them self-watering containers. Some people call them wicking tubs. I do have a video on how I make those up there in the corner. And anyway, this is going to be planting blackberries in containers. So when I built the wicking tub, part of the process is putting some lime in it. When you get it about halfway full, put about 1 pound of lime in it and mix it up good, which I've done that. We've gotten a rain on it since then, so the potting mix is pretty wet. But anyway, so it's a potting mix, just regular potting mix. It's called BM7. And that's what I use. That's what's available to me close to my place. And so since it's only half full, I will put quite a bit more BM7 in it and then put the blackberry plant in. That is a beautiful blackberry plant. And these are Primark Freedom. I don't know whether I said that a while ago or not. Got a great root system on it. I'll kind of spread those out just a little bit. They're pretty wrapped up. This is probably a 2-year, at least a 2-year-old plant. I'm going to break that up a little bit. I want to plant the plant just below the top of the bucket, and I do want to put the central leader here, the main star of the show, in the center. So let me kind of backfill just a little bit and get that up to about just below that. I'm going to need a little more potting mix. I'm going to cover this up. I want to plant it at about the same depth it came from the nursery. There's the soil, nursery soil right there. So I'm just about the same depth. This will settle a little bit since it's dry. So I guess I'll push it down a little bit and put a little bit more in it to account for the settling. But when you get some rain on it, it's going to settle some more. A little more fluid. Okay, got that right. So I'll water that in, even though the potting mix underneath it is pretty moist. I'll water that in, and it'll be ready to go. You water through the fill tube, again, self-wicking tub, water here. Of course, if it gets rain, it gets rain on top, but it's got a drain hole on it on the bottom, so you can't overwater it. Even if it rains and storms, it's gonna drain through and come out the bottom hole. Anyway, that is it. Let me show you. I have got a bunch of them. I really would rather you stand straight up, so let me move you over just a little bit. So now he's standing straight up. Again, I've got several blooms on some of the other ones. I don't see a bloom on this one, but it won't be long. If you're looking for some great blackberry plants, I highly encourage you to go to Bob Wells Nursery, Bob Wells, W-E-L-L-S, bobwellsnursery.com, and look at their blackberry plants. They are 1 gallon plants. Got about, I think, 12 different varieties, thorned and thornless, primocane and floricane varieties. And he's a sponsor of my channel now, and he has I have always gotten over the years, 20 or 30 years, I've bought plants from him, and he's not close to my house. I have to drive 20 or 30 miles, maybe 30 or 40 miles to get my plants from him. Okay, so here they are, all lined up in a row, 18 in all. I've got 2 more coming. I'm gonna put those in the EarthBoxes just as an experiment. I've been real curious as to how trees and brambles such as blackberries will do in an EarthBox. So anyway, shortly after I put them out, it got a good rain on them. But anyway, this is close to their final destination, close to their final location, but I'm not sure exactly yet where I'm going to put them. But this is getting real close. I've already got a trellis here that I used for grapes that are no more, and I'm probably going to slide them over and have them in this trellis, using that trellis. So anyway, this is all of them. Let me just show you some of them. I told you some of them were blooming, and man, they are pretty plants. That one's already got 1 bloom, got another one fixing to come, another one over there. It's going to have 4, one right there. As of right now, it's going to have 4 blackberries on it, and I just now put it in the ground. So this one is about almost 3 feet tall, and all of these that's the smallest one I got. Healthy looking, very healthy looking, but it's only about 1 foot tall. The rest of them are 2 feet tall or more. Don't let the purple leaves of that one fool you. Some just turn, some leaves on blackberries just turn purple in the fall, and some don't. Mine are like that. Mine have always been like that. Some of them would turn purple, some of them would not turn purple at all. So it would just stay like that, stay green. So anyway, this is got a lot of new shoots. The reason I know this one's okay, got a lot of new shoots coming out and growing on it. Anyway, wind's getting up, so let me close this out. Now I've got my back to the wind, so let me just back up and show you the maybe not the final resting place, but pretty close to it. Need to get out here, turn my well back on. I've got it off and drained for the winter. I'll turn it back on and give these a good water. We're not supposed to get any rain for about a week, so I will have to water these. And anyway, that one's got 4 stalks sticking up, and all of them are 2 feet tall, 2 feet long. 4 canes sticking up rather. So anyway, that's a look at them, and all this brush and stuff is going to come out of here, and these are going to move over, I think, as of right now. that's what's going to happen to them. So that's it. Try to get out of the wind. Maybe you can hear me. I hope you can. Anyway, that's it. We're gone.